What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh. This is Overlanding Now. There's gunshots in the background. My wife is here. Hey, wife.
Hi.
So today, we're gonna go explore. So if you see, we got the Outback Wilderness with us, and my wife is driving. And what I got is the Gladiator. Now, the reason I brought the Gladiator was simple. I don't have any recovery gear or anything for the wilderness, and if we get into any situations, I want to be able to get us out of them. Most of today will be about the wilderness, not the Gladiator. This is just like a support vehicle today. So I'm excited to have you guys along. Let's see what this little area here in eastern Ohio has to offer. The area we're in is just outside of Marietta, Ohio, which is just southeast of where we live in Columbus. This is one of the very few areas in Ohio that's somewhat considered public land. The land is actually owned by AEP, the power company, and is open for all types of public uses. Based on some other YouTube videos I watched, I thought this would be a perfect little place to take the wilderness for its first day in the dirt and hopefully find some good spots for us to see what the Outback Wilderness was truly capable of. AEP Recreation Land has several dispersed campsites, and not only was I hoping for at least a few technical spots, but the possibility of even making our way back here on a different day to do some dispersed camping. All the rain we were getting definitely made the drive through the gravel roads a lot more enjoyable. But I still don't feel like we've tested the Outback Wilderness at all, which is a bit of a letdown, but that's kind of what you get for living in Ohio. There are several areas of the AEP Recreation Land that had trails up into the woods, but there were signs letting us know that no vehicles were allowed to travel the trails that vehicles had clearly traveled before. We decided to be good stewards of the land and obey the signs and just stick to the miles of gravel and dirt roads. Another thing we were contending with is the first week of gun season for whitetail in Ohio. As we traveled through the back roads, we ran across countless hunters and people camping that were there to take advantage of the thousands of areas of public hunting land. All the hunters were super polite, even though us driving through the woods may have decreased their chances of actually getting a deer. Alright, so far this day hasn't netted us much of anything. What'd you take?
It's the same old story.
I did as much research as I can, but in Ohio there's just not enough to really get my goat. That's why we need to move somewhere, right?
Yeah, I just feel like we should have went somewhere not in Ohio.
You gotta talk
That's
to
okay.
That's okay. Well, going somewhere not in Ohio is not necessarily the easiest thing to do. Oh man, that probably made it worse. It's raining. I was really hoping for some action, but we're gonna keep kind of traveling. I'm gonna turn this off. We're gonna keep traveling around they're gravel roads. That's really all that there is. Everything else is closed, so there wasn't really anything else that we could find. We're gonna keep traveling through. We have a couple more hours of daylight, and I'm gonna try to get the wilderness into some situations, but so far no luck. For 90% of the day, we had the Outback Wilderness in normal mode. We were hoping to get the chance to toss the wilderness in at least deep snow or mud to see what it's capable of in real life situations. The reality is, most of our overland travels are very similar to terrain to what you're seeing today. Unless we seek out those hard trails that require a significant amount of clearance, we find ourselves on roads much like this. Honestly, I think this is a perfect representation for the Outback Wilderness because most people aren't interested in seeking out moderate to difficult terrain. They just want an experience for their family that allows them to connect with each other and enjoy the vast nothingness of being outside. That said, this vehicle for us will suit 90% of the people who are looking for that vehicle that allows them and their family to get out into the woods for a chance to relax and enjoy being outside. As we started losing sunlight, we decided it was about time to start making our way back to pavement. The rain kept coming, which prevented me from being able to fly the drone, and our daughter had been way too cooperative today, so we knew the time was coming for her to want to get out of the car seat and stretch her legs. Before we ended the day, I wanted to go back to a spot where we were earlier because I knew the water had gotten deeper as the rain persisted. So I figured one last go at some foot-deep water would make for a good end. Impressions of the wilderness. I didn't even get to drive it. I don't know if I'm in focus or not.
Drive what?
The wilderness.
Oh, impression of the wilderness.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like the actual wilderness, not the wilderness.
No, the wilderness isn't much of wilderness. It's just woods and gravel.
No, it's great.
Did you have fun in it?
Oh yeah, that last that last part.
So
yeah,
it was good.
Yeah.
The wilderness was good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be afraid to take it. Not on.
So the Jeep was unnecessary.
Oh, definitely. I don't know.
It got deep there for a second. Well, we just wanted to test it and give our impressions on the first dirt. So first dirt of the wilderness, good. You look like you had she looked like she had fun, like a lot of fun. And I'm like trying to keep everything under control. But so far, so good. It did everything the Gladiator could do, but that wasn't, it didn't really. It was just gravel roads, some mud puddles, a little bit of mud, but it was a good day, a good chance to get into the wilderness. So if you guys like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you can come along for more adventures. And we gotta get home. We got a crying baby. See ya.